And welcome back to the hot stage via the hot lap. We are talking the title defence for Terry Neuville and how it's completely fallen apart. I mean, it's just been absolutely horrendous. A guy of this talent should not be having the season that the 2024 World Rally Championship is having. It's almost like a carry-on film for the poor guy. So Terry Neuville, who is Terry Neuville? He is the 2024 champion. I mean, even on the website for the WRC, it says determined, confident. He secured his first WRC title last year in 24, becoming Belgium's first champion, delivering Hyundai its first driver's crown after 3 years of mishaps. I mean, born 1988 in Belgium, first rally 2009, first stage win 2012, that was Rally Mexico. WRC stage wins 424. First podium 2013 Rally Mexico. WRC podium 72 of them. First rally win 2014 Rally Deutschland. 21 wins in total. I mean, first power stage win 2013, titles won. Previous teams, as well as Hyundai, Citroën and Ford. I mean, this guy is pretty good. And that's the problem. But Terry Neuville has been forced to accept a harsh reality. And now this is from rallyjournal.com. Let's get into it, shall we? So as we know, last year he was, as we've been lambasting over the last 30 or so seconds, the WRC 2024 champion. And he did it really well. He took the lead early as you can do from Monte Carlo, and pretty much kept it in spite of opening the road, and did arguably a much more impressive job with his early points that he had than, for example, Elvin Evans has been doing. But we're not here to compare. Now this year, as you know, it's been far more painful for that Hyundai driver. He's finished third on 3 occasions, but it's been we're talking almost 365 days, 52 weeks, 12 months, 1 year nearly since his last victory. Nearly a year. Now at last weekend's at Rally Finland, he had to sadly settle for 6th. And this is the thing, at times he has had the pace. And he finished behind all five Toyota drivers. And his hopes of a top result were a shattered win. Yes, he got a puncture and he ended up losing about 90 seconds. Now, he's now a massive 51 points behind the championship leader. Now, the way you score in rally, it is not the end of the world. All we need now, into the next few handful of rallies, we are over halfway in the season, remember, is, for example, the top 2 or 3 to do something wrong and it's Neuville to win maybe 1 or 2 rallies, and it's completely changed. But that's the problem. It is a big if. And it feels like if he's going to win the title, it's almost a tiny bit out of his hands at this point. Now, his task of defending his title, it says, is now almost hopeless. I don't think it's completely hopeless. You should never give up. Rally, as in a lot of sport, lots of ifs. You don't know until the fat lady sings. Now, at the moment, she's kind of like walking to the warm-up in terms of Terry Neuville's title challenge, but she's not singing yet. And he said, I passed that age where I would go home crying, but you always spend better holidays when you come home with a good result, he said. And that's what he said bluntly on his website, on the WRC website. He's every reason to be frustrated, it says. Had he secured a strong result in Finland, his championship would look far better. But And he said the puncture dropped him from 2nd place, and he was 2nd, looking good, pretty much out of contention. And he said, everybody knows that we deserve more as a team, as a crew, but things don't go our way. There's not much more to say. The efforts are there. The motivation is there. The team is fully behind us, pushing hard. It just doesn't go our way. And he says there's been no rally except Sweden where we were troubleless. And to be fair, Hyundai, in terms of their troubles and their reliability, they're having an absolutely disastrous season, even compared to last year, I feel. And when he's talking about the troubles, I mean, he's talking about the couple of podiums they did get. But other than that, lots of fighting and trouble. Neville said, laying bare his frustrations. So, why has Neuville's title defence gone so wrong? This is the article from Dirtfish. And what do they have to say? What do we know? Monte Carlo was 6th, just 2 months after standing on top of the world at Rally Japan. He didn't do particularly well, did he? So there we go, 6th in the opening. The newly stickered Hyundai was tearing through the French Alps at all sorts of angles, and he slapped banks, he got punctures, and they were making mistakes. That Hyundai was not good. We can kind of blame the setup rather than anything else. if I'm honest. And it kind of just went bad from there. Neuville's new target after title setback, the world champion, it says, a promise to go for rally wins. And that's probably the right mentality, I think, for Terry Neuville. Yeah, okay, he's thinking in his head, the championship's probably over. If he goes for wins, who knows? And everyone always says, you've got to go for the rally itself. A lot of people say, just take each day as it comes. Now, I know that's almost impossible when you're gunning for a world championship, but then maybe that is the right mentality. He's targeting rally victories to the end of the year, it says. The Honda driver's been running second at last week's Finland, when we all know it went Pete Tong. Very wrong. And he said, we're probably not fighting for first anymore this year, but maybe for third or fourth or fifth. Oh, no, that's so depressing. We can target some victories, but again, things need to be aligned. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I think it does. It makes sense. When you look at a rally, I mean, to win a rally is so hard. You've got all those stages. You've got 3 days. 3 days worth of stages. Well, 2 full days worth of stages and that itty-pitty Sunday. But you've got so many stages and turns and so many things even out of your control, in terms of something can go wrong with the car. You can run over a rock you didn't see because you just didn't see it. It was sticking out near, no one would have seen it, and you just get a puncture. Technical things can go wrong, all sorts of things. So to win a rally in itself is amazing, and let alone a rally championship. OJ and Tanak are looked on the same number of points, 38 points ahead in Toyota, and he said, I don't know how we can still fight. It's 51 points. There are nearly 4 drivers within 10 points, more or less, which probably means 10 points per round on all the drivers to gain. He said, so I don't know how we will be able to make that happen, especially with the struggle we have, and things are not going our way. However, we're going to go for some wins and podiums and try to smash some good results on some rallies. And yeah, absolutely, that is the right mentality. I mean, where is he? There you go, Neuville is there. If I just minus it a tiny bit so we can see what country we're in. So, Neuville. So we've got, obviously, Monaco. He finishes 6th, get 9 points. Sweden, 3rd, 20 points. Kenya, of course, 3rd, 23 points. He finishes 7 points. He finishes 4th, gets 19 points in Portugal. Italy, where did he finish? He kind of just gets 5 points. Yeah, he had a horrendous one there. Greece, he got 13 points after finishing 5th. And then we've got 18 points after finishing 3rd in Estonia, and then 6 points for finishing 11th. So it's not great. It is not great for the man Terry Neuville. I'm most certainly gonna have my fingers crossed for the poor guy. Can he come back? I still think it's not impossible. He could win the title. He's by far the favourite for winning the title, if I'm honest. But never say never, and never give up. You never know. 51 points is nothing if you have two or three amazing rallies where you win and other people start falling by the wayside. But I'm glad he's thinking of rally wins rather than anything else, and he's not, he's absolutely not down in the doldrums. So if you made it to the end, please give us a subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing. If you're already subscribed, just think of hitting that like button. Comment below. But to be fair, you just watching this, rally fans, is more than enough for us. But until then, we will speak to you soon. Thank you very much for watching. And above all else, stay safe.